So, I don't think that it says anywhere in the Bible that thou shalt fill plastic eggs with prizes and give them unto the kids. Let the kids look for them in many hidden places. To me, that's just fucking silly, man. No offense or anything. That's just funny. It's a pagan holiday, by the way, which was supposed to celebrate, I think, the vernal equinox. I think, might be mistaken. Uh, you know, it's really silly that you're going to proselytize to children by using bribery and candy and toys and such. It's terrible. I think, Jesus said in the Bible that you should adhere to all 613 laws of the Old Testament. Given that you reject one, you'll have a lesser place in heaven. So that means that it's okay to stone adulterers, it's okay to stone women for speaking out, it's okay to stone people for cutting their hair to a certain length, it's okay to stone people for any number of things, as long as that's part of your law, because that's what he said. He said that you will adhere to all your laws as they were given. Something like that. I know that was, that's really close. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but I'm not a Christian, so I can do that. I don't mind people being Christians, but I do mind stupidity. I think that you should let children get an education before you feed them your brain poison. Because that's what it is. You think about it. Our educational system right now is suffering more than it ever has in the last 300 years. You're talking about like foreign kids coming over here and getting educations and then going back to their own country and improving on their technologies, while our technologies are falling behind because our kids are in, you know, they're they're being dumbed down by politicians pushing this Christian agenda. Why are they pushing the Christian agenda so hard? Why are they looking for so many people to dumb down? Why are they looking for tax monkeys? That's what I call Christians, by the way, tax monkeys. Because like I've said before, you'll vote for anybody you deem as being a good Christian. Oh, this country was based on Christian values. No, it wasn't. It was based on secular values. We tried to get away from King George, who, by the way, was a theocrat. And, that's why we founded this country. That's why we came over here. Well, it wasn't really why we came over here. Came over here to populate, or whatever they call that, settle. Uh, but ended up looking at the actions of King George and saying, oh, well, that's kind of fucked up. So we made a nation. We created a nation based on secular values, which is like freedom of religion, also meaning freedom from religion. Like you can practice any religion that you want to practice, or you can choose not to practice any religion that you don't want to practice at all. You don't even have to have one at all. That's the beautiful part about America. If you look at like Germany, Sweden, France, there's a huge, Finland, these are all like, most of Scandinavia, Northern and Western Europe are going towards secularism, towards being an atheist, uh, going towards being atheist countries. And you'll find that with a lack of dogma, these countries are doing a lot better than we are as far as internal strife and stuff like that. They have like in Western Europe, Western and Northern Europe, and Scandinavia, they have lower murder rates than in countries that are, steeped in dogma, steeped in dogmatic rule and whatever. That's if you do your research, if you do your homework. Most Christians don't do their homework. They see themselves as being above everyone else. Very arrogant, very, by their grace. This is what somebody else just said to me. By their grace, they don't stone you. But do you, yeah, you know, by their grace, like they're better than me? Fuck that shit. It's a fucking book from 2,000 years ago. And I'll quote TJ on this. A sixth grader knows more about science and morals than those people ever did. Unquote. So, I don't generally try to quote people, but, sometimes you have to. I quote Alan Watts a lot, but, you know. But given the circumstances that I've just pointed out, how can you not see? I mean, I've been making videos about the Bible for like a long time, about biblical insanity and giving yourself over to someone else's point of view, because that's basically what you're doing when you join the church. You're joining their pack mentality. They tell you how to live your life. They tell you how to be a good person. They tell you how to do all these things when you could just look at the social attitude and see that whatever behaviors you have that are not cool are immoral. Duh. That's all I got for you today. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. Trying to make a point, but I can't remember exactly what it was I wanted to talk about. So I thought I would bring up this whole proselytizing to children using plastic eggs. Kind of annoys me, really, because it's not really a Christian holiday. So, and I'm kind of tired of hearing that the United States is based on Christian morals and Christian laws and all that, when you know for a fact it's not. If we were under Christian rule, we could just say, oh, well, I accept Jesus as my Savior and He forgives me. You would be forgiven for rape, murder, any form of violence, whatever, but that's not how it is. In this country, we're expected to take accountability for our actions. I don't know. Anyways, that's what I got for you today. I'm really not in the mood to make a video. I just thought I would make one based on how I feel about Easter. Christmas, all those silly pagan holidays that Christians have adopted for themselves. Anyways, that and morality. If you have to teach an adult about morality, then you know that their childhood was probably pretty fucked up. If you have to tell them that morality didn't come from some 2,000-year-old book, it just depends on social attitude and whatever. You should look up attitude, by the way. I don't know if I've ever said this on my videos or not. I probably have. But if you look up attitude in the dictionary, it will, I guarantee, change your life. Carl Jung had an explanation of morality. It's pretty neat. There's a few others that have written dissertations on morality. Really short little prose, whatever. Really neat things. Not morality. Attitude. Just look up the word attitude. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see you'll see the world in a different light, and then you'll see yourself in a different way. And that's what I got for you. Thank you very much if you watched. Have a beautiful day. Comments, questions, whatever.